and welcome to FC Goa TV. You're watching Prudent and I am Neeraj Prabhu. Well, FC Goa have lived for another day. What a fight, what an incredible result Zico's boys have produced. Faced with a very difficult situation, FC Goa have come up with the most important victory of the season 3 in the ISL. They were down in the number of players due to suspensions, due to injuries, and then the big blow was the intimation that Luciano Sabrosa and Rafael Dumas would be suspended for 2 matches. This intimation came absolutely delayed as far as FC Goa is concerned, when all the strategy, when all the planning was done by Zico of how the team would shape up for the match against Northeast United. And when he received this email, all the plans had to be redone. And then what we saw was a record in the ISL history. FC Goa sent out the team with 9 Indians and only 2 foreigners in the starting 11. And boy oh boy, how they fared. We all saw FC Goa really gave the match their everything. They played like their life depended on it, and there were heroic performances all around. It was just an incredible match, and we are absolutely delighted with what result Zico's boys have achieved when all the odds were against them. As always, we have in our studio our expert, former India striker Francis D'Souza, who is looking 10 years younger probably with this tonic of important victory from FC Goa. Francis, delighted?
Yes, I can see the smile on your face, the smile of hope and joy.
Absolutely.
Like the millions supporters of FC Goa. I think it is the RR magic, along with the heroics of Captain Katamani,
yes,
who earned these points for FC Goa. And I think what Romeo did was something which he normally never does in a match. He had the composure, he had the right decision making, and with his speed and fine piece of opportunism, he has brought these 3 points for Goa.
Francis, the situation, the condition that FC Goa found themselves in going into the match, it was absolutely depressing, given that all the problems they had and the last minute intimation of the suspension. What would have Zico told his boys to do?
Yeah, I think it shows a little bit of a character of the coach and the team and the players who are participating there. You are in a very miserable position, and with all your foreigners not being able to be fielded, it's a big setback for the coach and the players that are going to perform on the given day. But hats off to them. They withstood the storm of this first 30-40 minutes by Northeast, who missed a lot of chances, and they went into the half time with 0-0 scoreline, which gave them the extra energy that and confidence that they required, that they could sustain the pressure of Northeast. And very rightly so. They didn't give it up right till the end, although they had considered early in the second half. And circumstances make you strange fellows. And I think that's what ultimately gave the victory to FC Goa.
All goal scorers yesterday were Indian players, and most importantly for FC Goa, Romeo and Robin rose to the occasion. They came to the party, and number 9 and number 19 dazzled with their goals, and they also turned providers for each other to score these most important goals of their careers so far. Great scenes there at the Nehru Stadium, Fatorda, at the end of 2-1 victory for FC Goa over Northeast United. What a roller coaster ride this season has been for FC Goa. Well, at the end of the last game, away game at Kerala Blasters, FC Goa looked a really depressed, frustrated lot. Even coach Zico was in a terrible state of mind. And now you see this victory has definitely lifted the spirits of the players, coach, everybody, and of course, most importantly, the fans. Yesterday's victory was a result of the never give up attitude by the Gors, and brilliant performance by Romeo, especially as he has kept his composure to finish that move, and which led to the winning goal.
Yes, definitely, Neeraj. For the first time, I have seen Romeo doing things exactly the way they should have been done. I mean, he kept his composure. The touch was good, and he looked up and saw the goalkeeper beaten and the empty goal, and he pushed it brilliantly inside. Even the first goal that he created, he got the ball and he knew exactly where he had to pass. He had the time to push the ball for Robin Singh, and very brilliantly Robin with the outside of his foot has put the ball, which is a difficult skill to do at that juncture when you are already losing. So that's a fine piece of play by both the players.
Robin Singh, you saw at the final whistle a sense of big relief on his face, and he was also a kind of a subdued person after finishing the first goal. So he expects a lot better from him. You can see it from his face.
Yes, I think he must be a little relieved man, because the confidence that Zico has put in him by keeping him on the field, he'll be able to deliver partially. A lot more to deliver. So that's something done for the team and for Zico's confidence. So I think in the next match, I think there'll be a better performance, hopefully, from Robin Singh.
Captain on the day, Lakshmikant Katimani, produced a wonderful performance. He made at least 4 great saves and saved the day for FC Goa. But a slight error on his part when FC Goa conceded that first goal.
I think maybe when you have some gaps in between defenders, that's where the goalkeeper expects the ball to come. And I think he went down a little bit earlier on his knees. Otherwise, I think like the next deflection that happened, he was there in time to save it. And for that matter, he was a fraction of a second late.
Right, never mind Lakshmikant Katimani, who worked absolutely hard, led from the front, right from probably the 2nd or 3rd minute, when he made a point blank save to keep FC Goa in the game. Here is Lakshmikant Katimani's heroic performance for you. Well, Katimani did his best to keep FC Goa in the game, and Romeo provided the icing on the cake by scoring the most important goal at the deep into the stoppage time. Incredible, very important 3 points for FC Goa that takes the Gauls to now 10 points from 10 games with 4 matches remaining. Zico was very disturbed with all that has happened with FC Goa so far this season, and at the post-match press conference, the coach gave vent to all his fury. And here is what he said. He is accusing the ISL of discrimination against FC Goa, and he has slammed the organizers for targeting FC Goa with late intimation of the suspension for Luciano Sabrosa and Rafael Dumas for offensive behavior towards the match official in the last game at Kerala Blasters. So there was time in between, but the intimation came really late, and that has led to Zico's furious post-match comments, and here they are.
Nós hoje, por volta de meia-noite e 45 da manhã, 1h da manhã quase,
It's about 1 a.m. today.
recebemos uma mensagem de que 2 jogadores nossos estariam suspensos por 2 jogos para essa partida.
We received a text, one email, that 2 of our players were suspended for this game.
Nós jogamos há 3 dias atrás.
We played 3 days back.
Se tivesse que ter alguma coisa, poderiam ter avisado antes para que a gente pudesse fazer uma preparação adequada.
So if you had something, they could have told us before, so we could prepare better.
Nós treinamos aqui de uma forma para jogar. A hora que eu vou dar para a eleição, a gente sabe que 2 jogadores não podem jogar.
So we practiced here 1 day before, with one team in mind, one strategy and all. And the day of the talking in the hotel, we got to know that our 2 players were suspended.
E a gente tem que ficar sempre de boca fechada.
And always we have to be
Não pode falar.
quiet. We cannot say anything.
Não tem recurso.
There is no appeal.
Apenas o que o árbitro, que fez um monte de besteira lá em Kerala, diz na súmula é o que vale.
Just what the referee said after the game, it is a word. There is no appeal. We cannot protest. We cannot say anything.
Ele não botou na súmula
He didn't put the
que o Belfort agrediu o Gregory e abriu a cabeça do
He
Gregory.
didn't put the players from Kerala made some aggression in Gregory and opened his head.
Ele não botou na súmula que o Rafi agrediu o Luciano e o Luciano teve que sair direto para o hospital com cheio de sangue e tá com a cabeça cortada. Ele não botou isso na súmula.
So actually he didn't put in the report as well that Rafi did some aggression in Luciano, and Luciano went from the game direct to the hospital because with blood in his eyes.
Quer dizer, se ele for lá escrever que os jogadores do Goa xingaram ele, falaram isso dele, é o que vale, sem recurso. Esses jogadores estão suspensos, sem ter direito a gente ter um recurso. Isso é ditadura. Da ESL é ditadura. Nós não estamos vivendo num mundo de ditadura.
The thing, if we put there that the player said something back to him and they came, it is war, and we got like these 2 players suspended. So what's happening here is a dictatorship. It's the kind of thing that we don't have the right to appeal, the right to show our side as well. They just put the note and say, oh, you're suspended.
Nossos jogadores estavam no hotel, entrando no ônibus, quando foram tirados do ônibus.
Today our players were going to the bus in the hotel, entering the bus to come to the stadium. They was took off of the bus. They took them off.
Porque estavam suspensos e não poderiam vir no ônibus e não vir aqui junto com os jogadores.
And they were suspended, so they wouldn't be allowed to be on the bus with the players to come to the stadium.
E quando chegamos aqui, o mesmo jogador do Northwest que está suspenso e que não jogou, chegou no ônibus junto com o time deles.
And when we came here, one player from Northeast that was suspended came with the bus with their team. They didn't allow us, but they allowed the Northeast team to come inside of the bus.
Então tudo está sendo feito contra o Goa. Mas para ganhar da gente, eles vão ter, para derrubar, eles vão ter que lutar muito para derrubar o Goa.
We can see that everything sometimes seems that is against us, but for them to put us down, they're going to have to fight very much.
Nós vamos mostrar isso que nós mostramos aí: coragem, luta, futebol, todas as adversidades, mas a gente está dentro do campo. Se a ESL não quer que o Goa chegue, mas ela vai ter que brigar muito com a gente.
So if something is happening against us, they have to fight a lot. Because we're going to show everything that we have, or every strength that we have inside of the pitch.
Tudo está sendo contra o Goa. Goa não tem direito de defesa, nada.
Everything is against Goa, FC Goa. FC Goa doesn't have any right of speech or right of...
Mas nós vamos enfrentar isso até o final. Ela que espere da gente.
But we're going to face it till the end.
E muito obrigado ao público que está vendo a luta desses jogadores dentro do campo, que estão sendo prejudicados, mas dentro do campo estão lutando contra tudo e contra todos.
And thank you very much for all the fans that came here, because they are saying here that we are fighting against everything, but we are showing and give our blood inside of the
Show não é soltar fogos, não é fazer festa, não é fazer tudo para televisão. Futebol é fazer todas as coisas, infraestrutura para melhorar o futebol local. Isso é importante para a Índia. E não toda essa frescura que estão fazendo aí.
There are a lot of things that could be made to improve football. Football is not just fireworks and all this kind of things. So we have to improve much more to help the Indian development.
Vocês não sabem, mas lá em Kerala a gente não tinha campo para treinar. A gente não teve que trocar de roupa no chão, no cimento, sem ter o que comer depois os jogadores.
So you don't know, but in Kerala we had to practice in a school. We didn't have dressing rooms. We had to change the play. There was no food for the players to eat after the
Era melhor ter ficado no hotel do que ir para um lugar daquele para treinar.
It would be much better to practice
Com todo
in a hotel
respeito.
than go to
Se não tem condições, não entra no campeonato.
So if you have no condition to give on ground, nice ground for the
E quando eles vieram aqui, treinaram aqui no estádio.
Because when they come
E a gente tem toda a dificuldade. Hoje proibiram, ontem proibiram 2 crianças, 2 filhos do Gregory de entrar dentro do campo. Em Calcutá, tinha mais de 200 pessoas dentro do campo.
Yesterday,
Pra gente treinando.
2 children, Gregory's children, to go inside of the ground. And in Calcutta, we have at least 200, 500 people inside of the ground. No one told anything.
FC Goa head coach Zico there in lot of pain as he describes how difficult, how frustrating this period has been for his boys.
So what happens is, it's not enough for us, our organization, to be professional only about football on the field. I mean, we got to get thorough professionals in our administrative side, in other aspects of the game.
Yeah.
I think that is what has to be looked into very seriously. If you want good performances from teams and you want good coaches to come to India to boost the level of our football. And that's very rightly, he has been very agitated regarding this aspect. And he has pointed out very rightly so many instances where stepmotherly treatment has been meted out to FC Goa. And he has a point to make because you have the game which has happened on the 8th, and there were 3 days for the concerned disciplinary committee to convey the decision. And the coach obviously has to have enough time, sufficient time to develop and plan his strategies, where he has been a loser at a disadvantage. And I think that is true what Zico really says, that the information should be conveyed well in time so that he could make the required preparations how to fight out the game against Northeast.
What does Zico need to do now to calm himself and also bring a calming influence on all his players, because the next match on Wednesday is against a formidable Mumbai City FC?
I think it is natural, the outburst of Zico, but I think he should focus more on the task at hand now. The small niggles that are there in the organization are bound to happen in our system, which is trying to turn total professional. So I think Zico is not really very much used to this compared to the organization abroad that he has experienced. Nevertheless, I think he should focus with the job at hand, which is a very tough task for him, and hope that his players come together and achieve victories for the fans and for FC Goa.
The spirit will be at all-time high. Do you feel so?
I think the fans now, they like to see their team victorious every time. Normally that doesn't happen, but with this victory you could see the explosive expression of joy in the stadium. I was a witness to that. So that says a lot of things about fan support. And I'm sure with this victory and the crucial match with Mumbai FC on the 16th, I think the fans will be back having the hope that they will achieve another victory.
Yes, we hope so that FC Goa would go on a winning run now, as this was their first home win of the ISL 3. They need to go on a run, the 2 more home games to follow before they go to Delhi and then come back to round it up in Goa itself. So really exciting time to look forward to, and FC Goa have all the hope now.
Yes, of course. Every victory gives you hope and the confidence to do even better. And some of the players who were suspended will be back in action. So that also will be some relief for Zico. So I think we have a match in hand, and the FC Goa supporters will come and boost the players to perform better.
Surely, Francis, thank you very much for being with us as always.
Thank you very much.
Whoa, what a great match it has been, and we have really enjoyed bringing you to this post-match analysis program. I hope you've also enjoyed watching our telecast so far. With 4 more games to come, anything is possible and FC Goa can go all the way. We end this edition of Simply Football post-match show on a very hopeful note. Keep watching Prudent. Goodbye.